Yo, yo, yo. I think we live. Let's see. I think we're going live. Start recording. Start streaming. Yeah, I think we in the building. Let's see what happened. Just in case. Go ahead and record over here. Yeah, yes, Lord, yes, Lord, yes, Lord. It's your boy Professor Pippi's back in the building trying to get active in this Asian session. Overall, the market is consolidating. I ain't the best with this OBS just yet, but I'm trying to get right. Oh, let's see what we got going. This is what we want. Close that. Got the markets open. Looking at AU coming into the Asian session Monday, June 27th. What I see overall is consolidation. Pretty much that's it on AU. Overall consolidating from the weekly time frame because where we at, like I said in the last broadcast, because where we at in the market, as far as date and day wise, June 27th, almost the end of the month and also almost the end of the second quarter. So potentially, that's why we got price action reacting the way it is. That's why it's getting active the way it is. You have to excuse the chest and the muscles. It is what it is. Just finished running, got a little wheeze going, so I'm try to rock through this real quick, like. But yeah. Overall, knowing that price action is bearish, hopping out to the weekly time frame, we got some clean type of price action back in over here. If price continues to drop, then we're ultimately looking for shorts based off of the monthly, based off of the weekly. Downtrending. We got this last high. I gave you the last low. Potential new lower high that hasn't created a new low just yet. So that's why there's a potential new lower high. So ultimately bearish on the weekly. So as we go down to the smaller time frames, we're looking for evidence to potentially set up some shorts. But if the smaller time frames don't line up, 1H, 30 minutes, 15 minutes, possibly 4H, the 4H is bullish, 1H is bullish. Potentially we might have some scalp buys during the Asian session tonight. But that wheeze is terrible. Excuse me. On the daily, what we can see is, like I said, price action is bearish. Last lower high before creating a new lower low. Deep retracement. Even grabbed liquidity above that previous lower high, came down, did not create a new lower low. That is significant. That does matter. That price action pushed here and did not close below. Because if this price action we got here now pushed down here and does not break this low or that low, potentially we could be going back bullish. Or yeah, I'm gonna just say going back bullish. And that's what we see on the daily. But overall, yesterday's daily candle closed bearish. Today's candle has opened on the daily and created a top wick. Now let's see what kind of range we can get active with going down to the lower time frames. Looking at the 4 hour, pretty much consolidating. If we look at the back of this downtrend right here, we had a first breaker structure right back over here. Trend on the 4H shifted to bullish, higher high, higher low, higher high. Then you had price action break structure of that bullish trend on the 4H, and now you started downtrending. So now high, low, lower high, lower low. So this is your range you're playing between. Then price action broke this low. So potentially this is your new lower high that created a new lower low. As we target these areas down here and even down here, we continue to go bearish. But on the 4H, we do have this somewhat of a shifted structure. I would consider this a shifted structure the way I mark up price action, the way I read the charts. So high, low, lower low, shifted structure high. So now potentially we're waiting for that pullback to confirm that this shifted structure and potentially that we are going back bullish. That's on the 4 hour. On the 1 hour, like I said before, consolidating. Yeah, pretty much top to bottom consolidation. When you add the analysis back, let's see what we got going here. For the most part, sorry about that. We can go ahead and delete this. This is what I was looking to play out last night. For the most part, it did what I thought it was going to do. Looking at this little blue outline I got drawn up here. Price action was down here during the Asian session last night. As we hop down to the 15-minute, we were able to see it better. I will go back to the 1 hour and explain the markings, but for the most part, let me clean this up just a little bit. Price action, yeah, I completely overlooked these shorts. Hold on a minute. What's up? I completely overlooked these shorts simply because I had a buy from I had a buy from over here. Thursday, Friday, and held it all the way up to here, or no, held it up to here, and then as we started to chop around in the New York session, I got out. So when the weekly opened and it pushed higher, I was looking for that continuation back into this hourly zone back up in here. So I completely overlooked the shorts. We can get rid of this. And then once the shorts actually played out last night during the Asian session, I was right here. I took a buy from down here. I had like 2 or 3 positions open. First position, I had TP back into this 1 hour zone. And then what I said was from here, where price action was, it was probably going to manipulate back down, grab these Asian low stops, push back higher, retest, and then get up out of there. So what we had was price pushed up. It did come back down. First leg was right here. Here's my push back into that level. This is where it stopped out at, or this is where it stopped at, and then it came back to retest. So here's my retest if I was looking for the continuation buys. I did not have entry from down here. I wasn't really looking for buyers from down here simply because if we were going bearish or flipping back to bearish from the 1 hour being bullish, then this price action is perfectly bearish, and then it could have easily broke this low and continued on down and created more lower lows, lower highs. But what it did was stop, and I did see that during the New York Open this morning. I did let all this price action push out. Now, this is one of the things I do look for if I'm looking for a trend reversal, lower time frames. I like to see this impulse breaking this lower time frame structure. Get some of this stuff out of the way. So as you look, the London created a high, low, lower high, lower low. This right here is the shift of structure on a 15-minute. I did have a position right here. Price action did not activate me, then it pushed for 20 more pips before creating that NY high. And I was kind of salty, but it is what it is. Oh my gosh, I gotta go see somebody about this wheeze. But back to the 1 hour chat. Let me see what we can see for the night. But overall, I do think price action is consolidating. Yeah, and I don't really know exactly where it's going because it hasn't really shown too much of anything besides consolidation. Looking at this right over here, I do have all these equal lows marked out as a sign of liquidity building up right under this level here. What I am watching out for is price action to dip down and grab that liquidity if it wants to. Potentially a play could be price action to dip down, grab liquidity, stall out at this 4 hour low, the lower high that gave you the new, the higher low that gave you the new high on the 4 hour, and then push back bullish. So I do have that outline down there, and then just drawing little intraday trends. I know for sure price action closed below this trend line. Potentially we are coming back to this trend line. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Check out these trailing stocks. Alright, so we had last night Asian. Oh. Let's go back to the 4H. If we blank all this and we just simply follow price action, we have the high, low, lower, low, potential, or lower high, lower low, shift of structure, high, potential high, low, failed to create. So the way I got it marked up on the 4 hour time frame is this is the high low area that pushed you into the highs. So that's why I got the black box down here, high low area that pushed you into the highs. I'll go ahead and fix this real quick. Switch resistance. And the market is potentially getting ready to get cracking in about 20 minutes. 4H resistance. 4H support. For resistance, for support, and then this pretty much is just the range price action is playing within. So we're pretty much overall just waiting. potentially it could be a no trade night. It is setting up to look that way, but when that momentum kick in here shortly, or potentially kicks in around its normal Asian session time, then we're gonna see how price action get active. So, what I want to do? Let me see. 1 hour. I should have marking this. Delete this. Let's see. All right, so we got a London low. All this, create that London high. So, I add these to my chart to see what the previous sessions have been doing. Have we been consolidating? Have we been breaking out? Which session gave you the high? Which session gave you the low? A lot of that stuff simply identified just by putting, or identifying these little areas in the market. A lot of people won't do this because they feel like it clouds up their chart, but for me, I feel like it helps. Simply because it's a step that I, mentally don't forget to do. What did the other sessions do? What type of price action did they give you? Was anything setting to break out? Usually, generally, the NY session will give you a push, pullback, push. Same thing, push, pullback, push. Or if you can say push, pullback, it didn't push again, it dropped, retraced. You'll see that pattern quite often. NY, push, pullback, push, consolidate, push, pullback, push. Or if this is the NY low, push, pullback, push, consolidate. Same thing over here, push, pullback, push. It kind of retrace, but then consolidate. So generally, based off of how the sessions have been playing out, showing what their past behavior has been. Though that's kind of the way I look to see which way price action breaks out. So let me get this marked up. Consolidation. All right, cool. So since we know coming back to even last week, NY session push, pullback, push. Today's NY session push, pullback, push. Generally, after we see that consolidation zone, price action likes to retrace. So now that we've got the push, pullback, push, we got our consolidation. When that momentum kicks in here the next couple minutes, I'm expecting a retracement back just because that's what price action has been showing. Now, what I like to do is try to line that up with structure and say, okay, well, what are we doing on the higher time frames? Well, on the 1 hour, we currently are pushing bullish. High, low, higher high, potentially higher low. And I say all this potentially is higher low simply because it has not produced a new higher high. On the 4 hour, what are we doing? If you blink the chart, besides the consolidation, overall, high, higher low, higher high. We haven't identified the production of the new higher low just yet. So price action could pull back into this 4 hour level and find some support, potentially giving you a double bottom on the 4H to potentially continue push bear. So what it is now is a waiting game to see if price action breaks out to the downside, providing that 4 hour retracement that we're looking for, potentially giving you a double bottom off the 4 hour low, potentially to push price action higher. Now, why do I expect price action to go back bullish? Excuse me, simply because since, this is last week, 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, price action was deep bearish. Lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs. Right here on June 14th, we had a big shift of structure right here, breaking above 1 hour level and a 4 hour level, and then we pulled back, didn't break this low. We tried to push back into the highs, and then we resumed back bearish. We still haven't broken this low. So that is why I got a little bit more hope for the bullish scenario to play out than I am the bear scenario. Even though on, even though overall this is somewhat still downtrending, is more consolidative than it is making the next leg down. Yeah, I still think these buys have a good potential to push up simply because I haven't seen anything that says we definitely going back bearish. The trend is already bullish, so I'm gonna just stick with the trend and rock it like that. But yeah, so if price action started breaking through these supports, then yeah, most definitely we can go back bearish. We can break through all these lows where we got all this liquidity sitting out up under here, get up under that level, and then continue to drop back into this weekly reaction zone, which started all this behavior for the last whatever weeks. We tapped into this zone on May 12th. And then what we were looking to see was if this area had enough gas to break structure on the daily and weekly time frames. We pushed all the way back up into that daily level. But since then, we just been downtrend / consolidating. So weekly level pushed into daily highs. Retrace was not able to break this low, significant. Pullback was not able to break this low, significant. So there's a potential for some buys to push up, or if it ain't no gas going up that way, then let it drop and break those lows. So that's potentially how I'm going to be getting active. That's what I'm looking for. We got about 12 minutes left, 12 minutes. And then since we are consolidating, if price action don't break out between 8 and 8:30, then it'll be a waiting game. I ain't got no viewers, so I don't think. Okay, yeah, we on. I ain't got no viewers, so ain't nobody sending no charts. So whenever you catch this video, if you ever watch it, well, I guess you will be watching because you hear me talking. So whenever you catch these videos, drop a comment. If you got some questions, drop a comment. Holla at your boy. Let me know what you thinking. If you think I ain't got a clue what the hell going on, yeah, put that shit in the comments too. I'm trying to hear it all. I want all the smoke. These levels are trash. Pretty much only other thing I do trade is GU. I mean not GU, but GJ and good old Bitcoin. Bitcoin, yoing. My shit lagging. But before we kick over to Bitcoin, let me see here that 15-minute refresh. Before we kick over to Bitcoin, because I know we about to get active, potentially about to get active. I'm gonna check out the news and see what's going on. Today is Monday the 27th. Nothing. We got some red folder news at 10 o'clock in the morning. CB Consumer Conference. I don't know what that means, but okay. OPEC meetings on Wednesday. We got some orange folder NZD news, USD news, Euro news, CPI, OPEC, ECOB, some red folder. Okay, so on Wednesday, 9 o'clock, potentially got some gas in the market. CPI on Thursday. And then that means not PMI. What is the other shit on Fridays? I can't think of the name of it. Red folder news on Fridays, beginning of the month. It's not CPI, it's damn it. I'll think of it in a second, but I thought it would have been this Friday. Especially since we got CPI on. Well, maybe they got it next week. Let's see what kind of news they got. Crackling. The Rubicon has crossed the bill. Uh-oh, what the hell going on? Nah. Okay. Credit Susie. Fine. For facilitating cocaine cash laundering. Oh, okay. Cocaine Cowboys, huh? NZD/USD rebound from yearly low, stall ahead of the 50-day SMA. So nothing too much. Yen and calm waters ahead of inflation. Don't look like nothing too much. So then I checked that. Okay. So potentially, if price action break bullish above 15-minute consolidation zone right there, I'm looking to see how it reacts from this zone. And if we get a close above this zone, potentially could push back into these 4 hours highs. Back at the beginning of that 4-hour resistance level was 11 pips, and it push all the way to the top, looking about 21 pips. And then if we get up out of that thing, then it is what it is. But only way I took that trade is a break and retest trade. Ultimate target's up here in the white, which is about 62 pips away. I don't think that'll happen tonight, especially with no news popping out. Yeah. It ain't too much of nothing really to analyze because it's going, because it's consolidating. Excuse me. So 1 hour support. I really do think we're gonna get a retest of this push we got from the NY session. Yesterday's daily candle open high, daily candle low, and then we just ranged until tonight's. So if we can see today's daily candle retrace, retest this support, potentially could have buys to go back to set today's daily candle high. This is the open of the daily candle for it's Tuesday over there where they at. So as you can see right over here, little small little doji. Let's see, do we create the bottom wick first or the top wick first? Yeah, it's a lot of ifs and possibilities right now just because consolidating, baby. To the downside, I think I want to see potentially this level maybe, how price action reacts from here. This is not a major level at all. This is minor level support on the 15-minute chart, however price action reacts. So if I can get, we break out, retest, potentially take buys back into that level. Hopefully it keeps going. Something like this. If you push all the way to the top, you got 29 pips there. And then pretty much the same thing from the bottom. I mean, if I don't see one of these type scenarios, then potentially it could be a no trade night. And it just be what it is. Potentially if we break out of there, react from there. 21 pips if we catch a retest off of this consolidation zone. Now, that ain't always no guarantee, a little Bible. So, yeah, you have to get where you live. We already broke this trend line. The way I play trend lines, I don't normally trade trend lines. So I originally established the original trend from the higher time frames, and then if you know how trend lines work, as price action establishes a trend line, every time it touches that trend line, it must create a new high if we going bullish, or it must create a new low if we're going bearish. So we got the first touch here, you got the high. Second touch here, you got the new high. We're looking for that third touch of that trend line. So that's why I think we also could, since we already closed of this, we already closed below this inner trend line. I think we can come back to this trend line, potentially go back higher. But, you know, there's a lot of potential scenarios. I do see this liquidity sitting over here, so I definitely can see price melting. We are bearish, bullish on the 1H and pretty much the 4H, I guess. I guess you can call that bullish activity. It's not impulsive at all. It's consolidating for the most part. This little trend line we had coming off of the 4H here was broken. I do see that as well. So, you know, several different confluences that can throw you either different direction. But overall, like I said, I'm gonna just wait for this consolidations on the break and then go from there. Because overall, yeah, you just got some fuckery right now. It's almost 8 o'clock. Let's see if we get some action. See if we retest this trend line and exhaust. Oh yeah. What do I do? News. U.S. market open. European bourses. I don't know that word. BOURSES are kicking off the week on the front foot. U.S. tracks sentiment higher. DXY pivots. Pivot which way, up and down. ADUSD forecast positivity from Chinese economic data on higher commodity prices. Boosted Aussie, so could be going bullish. Australian NZD dollars in the doldrums as commodities slides. The fuck is a doldrum? It's just little stuff I need to be researching to get my mental right. My son out there giggling his ass off. It's not no news for you on the ground. Let's see. I doubt if anybody gonna hop on, but I'm gonna put it out there anyway. Tell your cousin and your friends. Little mama in the bins. Live on the tube. I don't usually go live. Last time I went live, or first time I went live was last week. Testing out OBS. It did okay. I did okay. The video is not edited, just raw, straight off the hook. That's all. That's the only way I got it. So that's how I'm gonna give it to you. I ain't got no video editing software. I ain't got no video editing team. I ain't got none of that. It's just me. What you see is what you got. So, you know. It is what it is. Weekly fundamental U.S. dollar forecast. Fading rate hikes. It's bold. Bold. I don't know what's going on with my lungs, but them bitches are struggling. I sound like I smoke a pack every day. I don't even smoke cigarettes. I do notice that when I get hot though, and then like cool off or go in some shade, like I was out running before I got on here, did like a little mile run, and then some calisthenic workouts after that. I do notice that when I warm up, I'm Gucci. The moment I start to cool down, that's when that wheezing shit starts. So if any of y'all asthmatics out there, if this sounds like asthma, holla at your boy, let me know. Sound like COPD, bronchitis, any of that anybody ever had, holla at your boy, let me know, cause I ain't know what going on. And I ain't going to no damn doctor, cause I ain't got no insurance for one. And the co-pays is outrageous. They act like, they act like it ain't tough out here. Shit, co-pay $50, bill $2,795.96.72. I got a 72 cents for the app. That's about it. And then I tell you at 8 o'clock, look at that momentum kick in. Or I guess volume, momentum, volatility, whatever you want to call it. Yeah. No trade, because we want to see a break and retest of that consolidation zone. We want to see, damn, look at that buddy. Did not get active on no buys. Did not get active on any buys. Just because this right here is funny for your money. This is where you get frustrated if you don't wait. This is where you get clapped if you don't wait. This is where patience comes in. Now, what I'm looking to do next is, let's see how this candle close, but I need to mark my Asian session high, my Asian session low. And I can base a trade based off of that information. I can base a trade based off of breaking this consolidation zone information. Yeah. If this right here just keep going and then just pushing to that 4 hour zone, I'm gonna just let it keep pushing and just sit back and watch. I actually need to bump out to the hourly time frame. Oh, easy. Yeah. What you got over there? Hold on. All right. So my baby mama over there. Shout out to Shaky69. She just brought your boy something to eat. So while we watch this price action play out, yeah. So like I said, if you watch the charts enough, you'll know when this is gonna happen, when that momentum is gonna kick in. Why didn't I take a trade? Because this right here is funny for the money. Ain't no real guarantee which direction. Now my bias was bullish, but I didn't have a zone technically to try to say, okay, well, if we push above here or if we close above there, then I'm gonna get in. Now, this right here is starting to give me my information as far as if we break and retest here, then potentially get in. But I'm about to eat, so put y'all on pause for a quick minute. I wish I had some music for y'all, boy. Cause yeah, I don't know how them boys play that YouTube delicate music they be playing in the background, but yeah. All right, so after I bust down this plate of turkey necks and rice, I'm gonna look at that Bitcoin because we have some gas on Bitcoin too. So my kids out there bugging. Quick 11 pills, one lot. How much that is? 110 dollars. So generally, when I'm checking out my news, I look at the Forex factor, and then I usually would come over here and read articles that potentially sound like it got something to do with what I'm trying to do, and then I would read them. But since I kind of got on late and we was at the momentum time, I'm gonna just sit back and chill. Yeah, and just watch and see how this play out. Yeah, cause I'm still, yeah, you know, the hurricane and took my Louisiana home, and all I got in return was a darn country song. Octonage Live is on. Shout out to Octonage Live. Excuse me. My kids watch out daily. Excuse me. But dang, I would like to click over to Bitcoin, but I don't want to miss. I ain't got no FOMO, but I just like to watch, and cause I feel like it helped my psychology. I'm like, okay, well, I know, I was looking for price action to push bullish. Wasn't real confident because on the 15 minute you got the high, low, higher, high, break, close, below structure. So potentially you're looking for a retest to drop lower, but there's nothing here confirming that move. So overall, it is pushing higher. Did not get in, so now we're just waiting. But yeah, depending on how this close, it might be a dead night tonight, baby. might be all the gas we get. Might just chop for the rest of the session, but I'll be back. Bitcoin. What we got? Bitcoin. Was looking for price action on the 4 hour. Currently bullish, or well, it was bullish, but high, low. Failure to create a new high. I wouldn't consider that a new high. And now we're back downtrending on the 4H. You got 1 hour supports outlined in the white right here. We've already broken through the first one. So we're potentially looking for, if we think this price is going to continue to look bearish, I would look for a retest of this zone right here. Let's get rid of that. Let's see what we got. What happened to stars? Oh, like a small time. Okay, so we got a 4 hour support. Well, 4 hour resistance, 4 hour support right here. On the 1 hour. Alright, so generally refine this 4 hour zone on the bottom and on the top. I'm only capturing or because on the 4 hour time frame, this is the higher low. They gave you a new high. I'm only capturing the body close and then the top of this wick over here. So high potential new higher low to give you a new higher high, but we didn't create new high highs. We only wicked through it. So potentially, if we think price action is going to keep going bullish, we can pull out the fibs. Well, I wouldn't necessarily like to pull out the fibs because we didn't really shift. Well, we kind of did right here. Just on the 1 hour. Yeah, we shifted 1 hour structure, but let's see. From this low to this high, simply looking for the retracement. We are now right at the 50% golden zone where a lot of people like to trade. We have broken through this 1 hour. So this would have been SR flip. So now we need to get back above that zone to see if we can keep going bullish. But already at that 50% level, so would have been looking for a retracement to that 50% level. It has already happened based off of this leg here. If we're gonna go back bullish, we got to start closing above here first. So go ahead and get rid of this. And get rid of this. We'll flip this to green because this will be the first target. If we continue bearish. Time is 8:16. We need to see what AU do. Ugly. Did not close outside of consolidation. So now you must wait for this 15-minute candle to close. Simply because the one before it did not close outside of the consolidation zone. So this break and retest play might be out the window because we did not close above consolidation. If this candle closes bearish, this will begin our agent high point. If it closes bullish, continue to wait. Back over to BTC, we'll be back at 8:30. What was we got? 1 hour chart. All right, cool. So if you're reading the 4 hour chart, here we go. We got the high, we got the low, lower high, lower low. So potentially, the way I would read this lower time frame structure, if you got a high right here, one hour resistance, and then we got this 1 hour support right over here. So if we're gonna push bullish, I want to see a close above this level right here on the 15 minute. Show you what it look like. Yeah, definitely first target right up there. And then I'll tell you why I want to see a close above this level here first, before committing to any buys. All right, cool. So the price action push up, create the 1 hour high, then it melt it 1 hour low. We got to push, we got to pull back, we got to grab liquidity, breaker structure. After the liquidity grab, push, pull back, push. This is the highest we were able to push on the 15 minute since we had this big ass impulse to the downside. We retraced, pushed back into that zone, and then produced a rejection wick. Next candle, pushing to that zone heavy, rejecting, and it closed bearish. So now, this uptrend potentially is over because now we got a high with a low, potential lower high, failure to create a new lower low, potential lower high, lower low. This could be the potential lower high to continue to go lower. So that's why it's important to see a close above this red zone, because the price action is now downtrending on the 15 minute, in line with the bigger time frame trend of bearish activity. If you want to see some bull work, yeah, you gotta wait. Yeah, definitely gotta wait. High, low, high, low, high. Yeah, definitely a waiting game on that BTC there, bro. And then for the shorts, yeah, I don't like this 1 hour support here right at my 15 minute support as well. But it is what it is. Yeah, for the shorts, we just need to close below this 1 hour support. I don't like all these wiki ass candles. So ultimately, if we get the close above here, could target this little area here, or see if we're gonna shift and go higher. If not, because we shorts up underneath here, proper closings. Targets down here in the green, first target, TP1. And then full targets back into this 4 hour support, TP2. Currently, 15 minute is bearish. And we're gonna see if we can get a close above this red area here to go bullish, or we break below this white area here to go back bearish. Let's see what AU doing. A bunch of bean pie. A bunch of bean pie. Check some on the 5 minute. Now let's see if this sets up. Look at that, on the 5 minute we closed above consolidation. 15 minute we did not. 5 minutes. All right, so we open bearish. Breaker structure. So if, let's see, low probability setup, 50% field. As long as this candle does not close below this 50%, take a buy back to the upside. Scalping, low probability setup. We're gonna take in the scalp, low probability setup account and see what happens. We did touch, so we'll have stops right under here. We'll let this candle close 5 minutes. If this candle don't close below that 50, we're getting active. We got 2 minutes left. If it flip and push into that red zone, we're gonna let it be whatever. I should have already bought because we already tapped, but I'm gonna go ahead and because we're breaking the high on that previous candle. Yep. I'm gonna take that one. Scalping, 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 scalping. Scalp action, scalp only action. See if we can squeeze out. Can we squeeze out 10? Can we squeeze out 10? This is based off experience only. This is not based off normal setups. Yeah, I'm just going with this because this is something I've seen before. Solid break structure, retest for 50. See if it keeps higher stops right below this consolidation zone. 69, 160. Modify. Ooh, I got that thing pulled back. At 11 pips, we will push stops into profit. And then if we start closing above this red zone, then yeah, we're just gonna let it run. If price action start to fake out at this red zone, start throwing rejection week, start producing like this back end over here, we'll get out. And that's pretty much it. Yeah. If we don't make it there, then we don't make it. Yeah. That's pretty much it. And I'm Mr. Yeah. The hurricane took my Louisiana home. And all I got in return was a darn country song. 69277. Risky bass. Risky bass. Risky bass. Get all the evidence you need to build up your trade, and then once you got what you need, delete that delete that delete that. But yeah, so we got some risky buys going on right now. Now we're gonna see what happens. I'm priced on this for about another 30 minutes to an hour. Then I'm out. Cause I got shit to do. Alright, so now that we got into those risky buys, what am I moving? Go back. I'm trying to move this. Okay, so what we see is the hourly candle pushing up and rejecting the top of this consolidation zone. So we bump down to the 30. That 30-minute candle is still open, rejecting the top of that consolidation zone, just like we did back in over here. So we really need to close outside the top of that consolidation zone. What we got on the 15-minute as we close is failure to close above. What we could see is price action come down, create this bottom wick, and then go back bullish, or it could just come down and stop me out, and we'd be done on that scalp buy. We got 160 stops. So we got the risky buys because they getting ready to get tapped on the stop loss. Risky buys getting ready to get tapped. Yo. Hold on, let me turn on my mic. I can't hear nothing. I thought I heard somebody talking. Yo. What I'm looking at right now, got in on some risky buys. Momentum kicked in during the Asian session, 8 o'clock candle. Right now, sitting in drawdown. What I saw on the 5-minute or top down analysis. Bullish on the 1 hour. So we're looking for a continuation, push back into the highs. Right now, no confirmations just yet. The 15-minute, consolidating overall, no confirmations just yet. I took a scalp buy based off of 5-minute break and retest 50% level. After seeing this structure shift, downshift, push above, momentum candle kick in, and pulling back to the 50%. Overall, generally, this AU is not necessarily something you want to trade right now, simply because it's consolidating, going left to right instead of top to bottom. Kind of easy to see. The only other thing I've been messing with lately is Bitcoin and GJ. So outside of that, it's pretty much just them three. Looking over at Bitcoin, we're looking for price action to close above this little red zone right here. Bump out to the 1 hour. Price action overall on the 1 hour and 4 hour is somewhat consolidating. The top of the range, 4 hour support, 4 hour resistance, the highs and lows. Came back to retest the support, came back to retest the high. So overall ranging back and forth, up and down. We're looking to see since 50% of this overall move to the top side right here. We came back to that 50% low and we created a 1 hour support. So we're looking to see if we get a close above this red area, can we retest the highs and continue pushing bullish? Or if we break down and close below that 1 hour support, first target will be this green area and then continue on down following the higher time frame trend, which is bearish. Yeah. So overall, it's the end of the month. It's the end of the second quarter. And yeah, this is usually what price action just does during those times. If I don't see no bullish activity, come here soon. I'm gonna close out these shorts, especially if we're gonna start back closing above the 50. Say again. I can't hear you, bro. You breaking up. Yeah, you good? UCAD right now. All right. So the biggest thing with trading UCAD right now is the Canadian market is closed and the USD market is closed. So you might not catch any momentum just because both markets are closed. I trade AUD USD at this time because the Asian session, the Australian market is open, and then the USD market is closed. So I know all my price action, all my movement is based off of what the Australian dollar is doing versus what the US dollar is doing. Looking at, you say you was looking at shorts on UCAD? Yeah. I mean, potentially, yeah, you could have shorts down into this next level right here, but overall, yeah, I would have to see it. I would have to see it push through this level because overall, you're still bullish. You're reading higher highs, and higher lows. This was the last higher low that gave you the high, and it would start downtrending into that level. So potentially, uh, earlier shorts could have been from this candle right here, this 9 o'clock. So the New York session was your when you go down to the 1 hour time frame. What you got is okay. So this is the NY session open. And then what you got right here is last night's Asian session. So Asian session created a high. New York session came back and retested that high and then it melted. So that's where your shorts should have been from. And then as you got down here, you know where price is now, you take a profits. And then you leave a runner in case it does continue back to that 4 hour level right over here. That 4 hour support. Yeah. That's what I would have looked for. Um yeah. And then but yeah, this level right here is a key level though. You gotta I would definitely need to see a close below this level. I would definitely need to see a close below that level. See, like we pushing through, and then this is a 4 hour candle, so you know it closes in 24 minutes. So if it closes below that level, you can see if the next candle gives you a wick up back into this zone and then melt. That can be a confluence for you to let you know you got some good sales potentially go. Now, if this 4 hour candle pushing all the way down here and then like the last 10 minutes, 5 minutes, it suck all the way back up and close back above this zone, yeah, boss, you might be in trouble. Yeah, because at this point, if I was shorting from up here or from down here, I'd be like, okay, if this candle don't close through that, then this would be a liquidity grab to push price back higher. And then, like I said, both of these markets are closed. USD is closed and the CAD is closed. So it's like, I don't know where the momentum will come from unless it's, some crazy type of news out there with the yen or something like that. Let's see. Uh, um, so typically you got 3 sessions. The New York session, the London session, and the Asian session. The New York session, obviously, we live in the U.S. from 8 to 5. The London session, in the U.S. is 3 a.m. to 11 a.m. And then the Asian session, I started calculating the Asian session from 8 o'clock, but some people don't calculate it until like 7. I mean, I calculate the Asian session from 6 o'clock, but some people don't do it till 7 or 8. I started watching it from 6 o'clock all the way to 11 p.m., 6 p.m. to 11 p.m., and then just get active like that. So between 5 and 6, you don't never want to trade because the market kind of like resets. It's getting ready to start the new daily candle during the Asian session, and then shit, you got pre-market opens that has momentum, and then outside of that, that's pretty much it, unless the news kicks in. But UCAD on the monthly, we are manipulating this level right here. On the weekly, what was we on the monthly? 28,850. On the weekly, 28,850. Yeah, I think there's a lot of manipulation right there. I do believe that's gonna keep going bearish. Yeah. I still would like to see some candles close to confirm, but yeah, it definitely from top down looks like it's gonna keep going bearish. Yeah. I mean, I do that shit all the time too. Let me go back to AU, see if I might. It done pushed up a little bit, but I still don't trust it. Let me see, 15 minutes. Like I said, it's just a little scalp position trying to see. Now, if this candle can close above the 50, and I judge it based off of this candle right here, simply because this was the momentum candle, the pullback candle below the 50. Now we push back above the 50. I need this candle to close bullish and above the 50. This candle close bearish or below the 50, I'm gonna close this scalp out. And then on the 5 minute, you kind of can see it gives a little bit better structure. You see it a little bit better. Yeah, so right now, waiting on that 15 minute kind of close at 8:45. I know what's up. But yeah, I've been watching this since about 7 o'clock. And I started to feed about 7:45 and I saw all this play out. So then I just waited for it to come back down here. And I took a buy based off of this candle. I wanted to get in right here, but I hesitated and got in way up there and now I was pulling back. But it is what it is. Yeah. BTC ain't doing nothing. This might melt. Shit, that's all you trade as UCAT? I said, is that all you trade as UCAT? Yeah. I ain't traded GJ since about, I want to say May. Yeah, I pulled off GJ. GJ had that crazy ass run to the upside. I was like, oh no, I don't know what's going on right here. Yeah, this right here, I don't know what to do for that. That shit just took off. And I ain't been on this chart since about back here. But the thing that I like about marking up the charts and not deleting them is, I mark up the zones and leave them. And it plays out, what I was looking for way back here, May the 2nd. I still have buys above 163.771, and then once price action closed above, potentially that could have been your entry. And this is on a daily chart too, so that's an as it pips back to the top side. And then from this week back over here, I had sales below 162.234. Once price action closed below that level, melts these zones down here. Bearish continuation zone would have been a break and retest trade, so I would have been looking for price to push and close below that level and then pull back. Right here, probably been no trade taken because there's no exhaustion. And as we would have pushed above this level and came back down, I wouldn't have been interested either, simply because I needed price action to stay below this level, potentially short it again. But overall, you know, marking this up, same thing up here, bullish continuation zone. I need price to push above, come back and retest and stay above, continue going higher. But yeah. You said you charting UJ. I stopped fucking with UJ too because UJ did the same thing GJ did. Yeah. Close above at 134.96 and gone on you. Yeah. The way I learned to mark up, I saw this, like I was telling you on GJ, that break and retest. This would have been hard to catch because it didn't touch that zone, but this is what I look for on those bullish continuation zones. Break above, come back and retest, and then bam, right up to the top. And then NZD USD, I don't trade this at all, but I was looking at it when I was back testing the AU just to see how they was moving together. So for the most part, this right here is consolidating. You got the 4-hour low, 4-hour high, came back to test the low, did not create a new high, has not created a new low in about 1.5 weeks. So yeah, overall consolidating. 1 hour resistance and 1 hour support holding up. So yeah, this right here is a chop overall. Pretty much the same thing AU is. Damn chop. Ain't doing nothing. Okay, so we closing back bullish. I need to see price action get up out of that zone though. It's a slow night, man. It's a slow night. Nothing moving. Let's see what GU look like. I ain't messed with GU in a while either. I stopped trading a lot of these pairs, man, because I got tired of that damn manipulation. I was always getting caught in the manipulation. Let's see, we got a break continuation. Yeah, so you break and retest. I would have took this short right here to test that zone. I ain't looked at this since May 1st. Yeah, it's been a little minute. These zones, this right here, I probably would have got caught up right here. Buys above that zone, but seeing how price action pushed and then started back coming. Yeah, once it would have been able to not break that high, I probably would have closed out if I took a buy right here, but overall, the breaking continuation, that shit probably plays out. Overall, yeah, everything damn consolidating, bro. For the most part, for real. Ain't nothing moving. You got the high, you got the low, lower high, lower low, and then just consolidation. We ain't pushing to touch the high, we ain't pushing to touch the low, it's just stuck in the middle. That's all it's doing. A bunch of nothing. Yeah, so on the 4 hour, price action is currently bullish. So what I would look for is to see, is there going to be any manipulation to the downside to retest this little support down here and then potentially push back bullish because this little price action right here is bullish. We broke above 4 hour structure. That stuff is really important. Like these levels, how price action come down. When you start to see it go back up and they close above these levels right over here, that's important information to kind of give you details as if the market is going to continue bullish or if it's going to continue bearish. Kind of like it did over here. You created destruction coming down. Once he broke above, then price action went bullish. Same thing over here. Close above that lower high, price action went bullish. So I would look for like manipulation down and then see if it go back bullish. Yeah. I don't see nothing coming out of this trade. We got the first rejection on 30 minutes. Let's see if this second candle get out of that zone. Which I don't think it is. I think I'm gonna go ahead and cancel this one. Let's see here. Dude. Yeah, we're gonna trail the stops too right there. Cause I don't like the way it's moving. 69,203. 203. Yeah, Lord. All right, so we had an 11 pip stop. Now we looking at 7 pips on this little scout buy. Let's see what happens. Usually, during the Asian session, that 9 o'clock candle is your pullback candle. So if price action is pushing bullish, if you got momentum at that 8 o'clock candle open, you know that 9 o'clock, 9:30 candle, 9 o'clock on the 1 hour chart, and then 9:15, 9:30, 9:45. Usually those candles are retracement candles, so have to watch out for that. Yeah, pretty much it. Ain't nothing going on. Well, this might have been a manipulation to push the price lower. We're gonna see. Cause right now, I ain't had no. I know what I'm gonna do though. I'm gonna put an alert on Bitcoin just in case. Cause I don't think it's gonna break while I'm on right now. Let's see. Rejecting the 50. Say again. Nah, it ain't enough nothing right now. Like I said, it could be due to the end of the month and end of the quarter too. So I'm gonna put my alert right here. See if we can retest the lows. And then if we break to the top side from right there, cool. I don't know what I want to do with this. Let me see. That's the range. Probably break through all this on my add. Right there, and then to the top side. This should probably break out during the London session. Keep it real. Got no news. No news. Let's see what happens. Somebody get about it up. This comes to here. Yes, sir. Bunch of nothing. A bunch of nothing. Yeah. This ain't nothing. This ain't doing nothing. Probably about to get stopped out. Yeah, boss. 30 minutes. Nope. Whack ass range. Let's see what we call this. There's a little. Get chilled out. This right here? Yeah, it could be. Yeah, this is trading within the range or consolidation zone, so it could be doing all kind of things. Fake outs, liquidity grabs. I think I just got chilled out over here. Yep, just got chilled out. I'm gonna take that notice. No, unless I see something definite. Yeah, boss. All right. Well, this ain't doing too much now. I think I'm gonna get on up out of here because I'm gonna just sit back and wait for these alerts to go off because I'm gonna actually move this one down to here. Ooh, I'm gonna be so salty if that shit take off and go bullish. So salty. Hit that trail and stop and got right back up to the top. Yeah, that's gonna be shitty right there. See. But alright, but man, I might jump back on tomorrow. I ain't know for sure yet. I'm trying to slowly but surely get back into the live streaming and dropping analysis and shit. The market for a while had just kind of got out of hand, and it was kind of hard to dictate which way the market was going to go or what I thought was the best play out. So, but slowly but surely, as you know, we started to break out of some of these ranges and get out of some of these consolidation zones. If we start back trending, then yeah, most definitely I'll hop on and drop some analysis and drop some videos. But if not, it's just a bunch of damn screen watching like it is right now. And it's like, okay, well, you know, just sitting back looking. All right, well, you know, I listen to you breathe, you listen to me breathe, and keep it like that. But yeah, I'm gonna get up out of here though. If you ever got questions, man, definitely if you in the Telegram group, go ahead and just drop questions down there because I look at the Telegram all day. I look at the charts all day for the most part, just checking out the prices and shit. I don't usually do analysis until the evening time. That's when I really got the analysis going, but it ain't nothing for me to take a quick glance at the 4 hour and then just bump down to the 1 hour and see what's going on and pretty much, you know, figure it out from there. Yes, sir, most definitely. Anytime, my guy, anytime. Yes, sir. All right, buddy, well, I'll catch up with you. Yes, sir.